I'm here today with Dr. Brenda Gorman, Assistant Professor of Speech-Language Pathology at Marquette University. Brenda also serves as the Advisory Clinical Director for LinguaHealth. Brenda, you work with a lot of graduate students. What do you tell a graduate student that asks you the question, should I go on to get a Ph.D. in speech-language pathology?
I tell them, don't do it unless you're crazy. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, I do it because I love doing it. I loved clinical work, yet I did have this urge for research. So if students are interested in research, by all means, consider a doctorate in speech-language pathology.
How does a student go about choosing a Ph.D. program?
It's important to really refine what it is you want to investigate. And once you have that, maybe you can have one or two areas only if they're really closely tied together. You'll be better off if you have it clearly defined what you want to pursue, and then investigating, researching which professors out there, which researchers in the field also specialize in that area. And similar to what students do for grad school, going out and interviewing, potentially talking with some of their doctoral students as well, and funding. Funding is a big issue for a lot of us. Not only for those of us who practiced for a while, got used to earning a salary, and then had to go back to be a student. Funding is an issue for a lot of students, so that's an important consideration for many students as well. What programs offer certain types of funding to get them through the doctoral program?
What skill set do graduate students need in order to be a successful professor of speech-language pathology?
You need a lot of drive, you need a lot of motivation, hard work, very good work ethic, of course, self-directed learning, figuring out what you want to look at and making it happen. You have lots of resources to help you, but again, you'll be most successful if you're independent in getting what you want done.
What is a normal day in the life of a speech-language pathology professor?
There's a lot of variety, a lot of multitasking. So you're juggling teaching, you're juggling research. There's a lot of service as well, serving on committees, answering questions from the community, getting lots of emails with different questions about your area of expertise. And so again, it's a lot of multitasking and a lot of juggling. It takes skill at really being able to set up a schedule so that you can allocate a sufficient amount of time to each area, because there are many things on our plates.
And in general, where does the research funding come from?
Most researchers in our field obtained funding from NIH, the National Institutes of Health, or the U.S. Department of Education, such as the Institute of Educational Sciences, the National Science Foundation, and there are lots of opportunities as well with local foundations who fund educational causes, science efforts as well.
Brenda, if graduate students want to find out more about Ph.D. programs and getting a Ph.D., where should they go?
Absolutely go to talk to some of their own professors currently, as well as the ASHA website has a very good source for students as well interested in Ph.D. programs.
Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure.